Oh, balls. Oh. Bum, 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 Was you impressed with that? Were you impressed with it? I was talking to the lot, not just one of them. Normally there's just one fish in there I'll have a chat with. The rest of them I'll just ignore. Yeah, I've got one fish in the whole tank that's my friend. The rest of them are dicks.
We just come down to get some dinner. We just come down to get some dinner, okay?
Do you come down for what?
Just come down to get some dinner.
No.
How many people have got?
No, you go upstairs. You go upstairs, you can't be down here.
Yeah, we've come to watch for something. Give me a second.
No, go back upstairs.
Come to get something.
Come on. Bye-bye. I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you. Yeah, that's okay.
Well, almost tempted to start again, whatever it was. I would be tempted to start again with. I did say the live stream, the live stream is called Anything Could Happen. How about interrupted within the first 2 minutes of it starting? There we go. That's the kind of quality interruption that you come to expect from me. Or from them, in fact. Not me. I don't interrupt my own live stream, can I? Unless I was just not bothered doing it. That'd be an interesting way to interrupt it, wouldn't it? Can we get some people in tonight? Can we do? Can we get some people in? Lots and lots of people. Hundreds and thousands of people are watching this rubbish live stream because it's guaranteed to annoy you. Guaranteed. Right, how can I be that annoying? Well, I suppose I could suggest something like, anyone that comes to the live stream are unwelcome. Could do that, I suppose. But I'm not going to. Anyway, so the thing about Anything Could Happen is basically I forgot that I was going to do one. I forgot that last night I didn't do a live stream. And during the week, 1, 2, 3, live streams is the incorrect number. What I don't want are any more than 2 days without anything happening, do I? Because I need to get this channel moving somewhere, and by having too much of an interruption would mean that people will go elsewhere, and they probably already are doing. But the thing is, I forgot, because last night I just finished editing. Excuse me. I just finished editing that video where Boaty and I do some scrap metal stuff. And I was particularly pleased with it. I thought, I don't want to be doing a live stream tonight. I want to watch this afterwards. And I did. And lots of people seemed to be watching it, which was great. And the most wonderful thing about that, of course, is that you got to see that man actually doing something ever so slightly dangerous, which is called working. I bet you was all surprised by that. I bet you couldn't really believe it. Did he really pick something up with his bare hands? Yes, he did. So what's the next trick? What can we do next? That idea of strapping him to the roof of Fred the Shed, maybe he'll go for that. Maybe next time he'll go, yes, well, why not? Seems like quite a lot of fun, actually. I can't tell whether my impression of him is getting better or worse. It might be getting worse, but I think it's getting better because I keep on doing it. And, the more you're doing an impression of somebody, the more they become that impression rather than themselves as well. So I think possibly that's what's happening. And he genuinely thinks that I sound like Alan Bennett, so it could be the same kind of thing as that. So I started to explain something and went off on a tangent, which happens quite a lot. Cooking. Am I going to be doing any cooking tonight? I don't know. I have not really eaten a great deal today, but, oh yeah, I have actually. I've had 4 pork pies and a pasty and some crumpets. Oh, and a bit of rice before. So yeah, I could say that I have eaten today. Just nothing very interesting. I had a pasty from Aldi, like a traditional pasty. They can't call it a Cornish pasty because it's not even the same shape. And normally they're not too bad. You know, they taste okay. They're not particularly good quality or anything. But every single bit of meat was basically something to spit back out because it was just a horrible, hard, gristly bit. It was full of bones and just those bits of connective things that, unless they're cooked for about 10 hours, they don't disintegrate. It was horrible. It was the worst pasty I've ever eaten. And I was so disappointed by it. Tonight I would actually quite like to have something nice to eat. But can I be bothered? That's the thing. Can I be bothered in actually doing something? Well, probably yeah, because there are so many things I could cook tonight if only I had the ingredients. But then what I normally do is just cook with the ingredients that I have, rather than worrying about what the ingredients might be. And I do have rice, and I absolutely love making egg fried rice. It's just one of my favourites at the moment. I seem to do this thing really where I'll eat something for a while and then I'll go off it, or I won't go off it, but just something else comes along. And I like that even more. It's like, well, why don't you eat that as well? Oh yeah, I had it last night. Well, have it tonight as well. Have it the following night. Oh. Anyway, perhaps I should sit down and say hello to some people, some of the people that have joined me here tonight, because yeah, I've been rambling on about absolutely nothing there. I mean, really, genuinely nothing as well. Like a special case of not even saying anything proper. Ow. I'd apologise, but I can't be bothered. Yeah, I don't think you really need me to, do you? There we go. Is that angle okay? Is the sound okay? I can see I've got some sort of stain on my t-shirt actually now. Let's see who's here then. Selda Greenwood, of course, who says, good evening all, and hello Mustard. Hope everyone is okay. I have had an unproductive day, but no matter, sometimes to progress in life, you have to stand still. Well, you can do that if you're on a plane or a train. Peter P is here. Good evening, Peter P. Hi, Peter. And Dino Dad. No, not Dino Dad. Dino Dino. Which one's Dino Dino? It's not the one I talk to. Anyway, welcome. Sup Mustard. Sup. Get the interruptions early, says Peter P. I did, didn't I? Buongiorno, Captain, says Hooked on Classics. And Hooked on Classics, of course, is Simone. Hi, it's Simone. Probably picked that up with the microphone on as well, which is rather nice. Hopefully, some rather extravagant bottom butts will be happening soon as well. I'd rather like that. Too Many Cars, Steve. Evening, Mustard, and hello to all. Good evening to you, Too Many Cars, Steve. And then Putty Cat. They're going to end up coming down. They're not, as soon as they hear the word Putty Cat, they're going to be, is Putty Cat here? We're going to have some jokes, right? Yeah. Mustard, how's hanging? How's hanging? Oh, it's funny, right? Well, how'd you answer that question, really? How's it hanging? In the same way that it normally hangs, I guess. Luckily, it still is hanging and hasn't dropped off so far. Imagine if it did drop off. Imagine thinking about something dropping off, and that's why people always ask how's it hanging? It's not. It's fallen off. Oh gosh. Well, have you been to the doctors about it? No. I thought you was asking about the picture. Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? that picture just fell off and just stopped working altogether, and that we simply had to replace it with something a bit more interesting. So that's how it's hanging. Oh, right. Yeah. How are we all doing for watch hours now? Oh, how are you doing for watch hours now? Still heading for my prediction of the 16th of June monetization? Well, I didn't check before, actually. I didn't check. But you see, a live stream, unless everybody who comes onto it watches it all the way through, they don't really generate a great deal of time. And then I did a short, didn't I, where I accidentally run a guitar over. But being as that's only about 20 seconds long, that takes quite a while before any real, hours are built up as well. But there's a few more. I think there's about 300 hours now. It's probably going to be less. Probably going to be a lot more, actually. Oh, I don't know. I'll find out later. Puttycat says, Mustard, do you find scrap metal treasure in abandoned buildings? Well, no, I don't. I don't want to do scrap metal. I'm not interested in scrap metal. It's just that I had some and I got rid of it and I got a bit of money for it. And now it's all gone again, because that's the nature of doing things day to day. I do have another follow-up video to that, because that was one day with Mr. Boaty. The following day, I went and did it all again. Oh yeah. Although the following video won't be quite as I was going to say exuberant. No, it's not quite as exuberant. Exciting? Maybe not. There's no boating in it. There's no messing around with the trailer. It's more than me having a philosophical ramble about things afterwards as well, and saying how grateful I am that I'm skint. Something like that, anyway. Something like that. Rope, roller skates, and a pink helmet, says Black Lines. Rope, roller skates, and a pink helmet. That could be in reference to something to do with something completely different. And I'm not going to ask what it is, except I am going to ask what it is, because I don't know what you mean. Hi, Dino. I still get this too wrong here. Hi, Simon. Hi, Too Many Cars. Hi, Puddy. Hi, Trace. How's you? Hola, Greenwood. Yes, Black Lines for the canoe on the car. Oh, right, I see. Yes, because that comment was actually put there before Greenwood just about got to it, then she knows what you're talking about. But of course, by the time I get to it, I haven't got a clue, and I'm just no idea. So, rope, rollerblades, and a pink helmet. Yes, let's do that. Let's do it next Monday. Oh, I think he is coming next Monday as well. Although he'll be wanting to do some work on his car, which, yeah, well, let's do that. But it'd be more exciting to do something a bit dangerous, wouldn't it? How's you, hun, says Hooked on Classics. Oh, yes. Oh, Steve Perry is here. Hello, Steve Perry. Are you still enjoying a nice beer? But don't get me thinking about beer just yet. It's still light outside. Although, of course, it's light, but it's 9 o'clock. Isn't summertime wonderful? Mighty Jimmy's Mighty Quinny Jimmy. Hello, hi, Paul, he says, does Jimmy Quinny. Tired today, says the Greenwood. I have insomnia. I always have insomnia on a Wednesday. As Thursdays, I have to get up with an alarm. Yeah, I know where you're coming from with that. I do know where you're coming from with that. That you could be perfectly okay for getting to sleep, but when you have to be up early, you can't sleep at all. I do that all the time. Hello, Simone. Hello, Steve. Hi, Jimmy. Thank you for lots of cucumbers, courgettes. I shall use them wisely. I had pork with apple and cucumber for dinner. Yes, I did. My vertigo is under control, thankfully, Trace. Oh dear, vertigo, the old spinning head thing, the old dizziness when you stand up. What could be causing that? Low blood pressure? Could be something like that. And that's good to hear. Once I had terrible vertigo and it turned out I had a rare blood condition. Now sorted. Oh gosh. Where is my fan club, asks Puddy Cat. Well, tonight they are. They've been actually they'll probably stay up there tonight because we had to go to the shop before and they were given £10 between them from Grandma and they spent it in Asda buying all sorts of small little toys that they don't really need because their bedroom's just full of little toys. They're never big things, they're like little plastic things like this, like little plastic dolls and just things that you can make games with and stories and things. So they're actually quite occupied tonight with that. So the chances are, even if I shout out the name Puddycat, oh, Puddycat's here, they're not going to come down because they're more interested in doing that. They would have heard that, so that they are obviously completely focused on what they're doing, to the extent where now I'm starting to get a bit daring with this, aren't I? Don't forget, my premiere is tomorrow. I'm rather excited, says Hooked on Classics. Oh yes, your hour-long video. That is exciting. Do you find that these premieres are a good thing? I've only ever done one twice, and it was exciting at the time. It was exciting with watching the video live with everybody else. Oh, oh, that was a proper one as well. It wasn't a half-assed one. It was a proper ripper, and that belongs to Black Lines. Black Lions, congratulations. You must be feeling on top of the world with that. I would be having your own dedicated mustard fart. Something to tell all your friends about. Something to put in an email to your superiors. Something to, just forget. Yeah. But anyway, that's yours, Black Lions, and I hope you enjoyed it. You lucky man. Also good news, 7 p.m. I think, UK time. Ujuj is here. Hello. Well, I don't know, that's exactly how he meant it or she meant it. It's Ujuj. Ujuj, you lady person or male person? I don't actually know. Oh, click of the nose there. Why is there never a stream? Why is there never a stream in these live streams? Asks Smashing Pistons. I don't know. It's a different kind of stream, isn't it? 7 p.m. Noted Simone says, Ujuj is here. Look, Ujuj. Look, everybody look, Ujuj. Like that. Mustard, what's the difference between the G-spot and a golf ball? The guy will search for a golf ball. I won't. I did that thing when I was at school. There's a golf course near the school where you go looking for golf balls. I think it used to be quite a thing. You'd go finding golf balls, and then you'd find a golfer to sell his own balls to. That honestly happened. These are your balls, aren't they? Yes. Would you like to buy them off of me? That's definitely what you call being got by the balls, I suppose. Anyway, where are all my likes tonight? How come I've only got 5 likes? That's not fair. How am I supposed to do anything good with this? Now, do you remember what I used to do is I promised myself I would have myself a beer if I got 27 likes. I'm not going to do that tonight. No, that's far too ambitious. How about if I get 18? If I get 18 likes, I'll have a beer, okay? Oh, and you'd be happy to see me with one of those, wouldn't you? Someone must have said her name thrice. Beetlejuice, says Peter P. But why? Beetlejuice. Yes. How are you feeling today? Asks the judge to Simone. Better? No more dizzies, no more toothaches. How kind of you to ask. The Smashing Pistons is here and Ujuj. Hello, hello. Oh, hang on. Right, now how do you pronounce this name? Deruvi. I scrolled so hard I reached on British Channel. Well, are you still here? If you are, do stay, because it will remain British from one end to the other. Nothing's going to change that. I do like that black lines, smashing pistons. So that that's like the German version of Simon or the Scottish. Which one? Now that Boaty's got his manual labellings, he can fix his own car. No chance. There's a big difference between picking up objects and chucking them into a trailer than actually undoing things. I'm going to do the same joke with him, I think, next week. If he does happen to get his discs and pads for his car that he wants to do, I'm going to do the same joke. Last time I said to him, do you know whether to go anti-clockwise or clockwise when it comes to undoing bolts? And he was like, of course I know which way to go. So I'll just do that again. I'll carry on doing it until eventually he finds it annoying. Hotel Classic says, Uju Jai went to the dentist and he thinks it could be an ear infection. Oh. That's not very nice at all, is it? The real Captain Mustard, would you drive a pink car? Asks Smashing Pistons. Yes, I would. Of course I would. In fact, why haven't I got a pink car? Pink is one of those colours that obviously you can just like, I suppose. Many people have pink cars without realising it. Usually pink Vauxhalls that used to be red and they've left to go sunburnt because they've not done anything at all to protect its rather feeble red paints. Now I know someone actually who's got a 17 plate Vauxhall, a red one, and the bonnet is pink. Isn't that awful? After 7 years, the paint's given up on him. Yeah, so he's driving around in a pink car, and he's a very, very manly man as well, and he doesn't realise just what a fairy he looks. My only reason for driving around in a pink car, though, would be for a laugh. Yeah, just because you wouldn't. I don't want to do it. People are going to look and go, "Whoa! Oh, look at that man there! Look at that! Is that a lady with a beard? Is that a stick-on beard? Here, mate! You got a pink car." And that's the kind of response you would get from the great British public, who are blessed with such an amazing imagination. They would find that funny. Yeah, well, I've never had a pink car, and I've never had a purple car. So they're the colours that people avoid, aren't they? Pink and purple. And orange for some reason. Orange. We have this game, the girls and me, where we do this thing where we pick a colour and to see who can get to 10 first. So white, silver, grey, black, 1 point. Red, 3 points. Blue, 2 points. Orange, 10. Because you just don't see orange cars. And I don't think I've ever had an orange car. No, I have actually, but I can't remember which one it was. I'm sure it was orange. Yes, I did. Yeah, I had an orange Talbot Sunbeam. How could I have forgotten that? I'd love to have another one of those. That was a great car. It was pretty wet. It was the roof was really, really leaky. But that's not relevant right now, is it? I wonder if, right, did we have this kind of thing the other day? So, does anybody else have or would like a pink car? What's more embarrassing? A car like Nigel or a pink car? You tell me. You tell me, because I want to know what you think. Boa says Deruvi, hey. Deruvi, hey, says hey with a wavy hand, Deruvi. All good, says Black Lines. MOT booked for the Celica on Tuesday. Oh, cool. I do like a Celica. Yours is a Mark IV, isn't it? Yours, yes. Black Lines, yay, video. Oh, me crying. Oh, dear. Yeah, you're not expecting it to be that bad. Satan arose. Satan arose? Is that? Sorry, my bad. Don't know what that means. And but it's fine. You can carry on being bad like that if you want to. Oh, Judge, Simone, wow, an ear infection. I didn't expect that. Although that area of the air, although the area connected, so maybe it's not so crazy. Have you got some eardrops, antibiotics, referral to a specialist? All of the questions in there in one go, just to cover everything so that Judge gets the information. Good thinking. Very, very thorough of you. Oh, there's a point. I haven't put this on all messages, so I apologise for that. And, well, you see, I'm quite a long way behind now, which is typical, isn't it? I'm sorry about that. It's okay, I've read worse. I am sure Mustard does too. Did something get removed? I guess something got removed. Well, I'll never find out what it was. Steve Perry asks, where does Kylie Minogue get all her kebabs from? Jason's Donovan is the answer, but actually, it's not the punchline that's the funny bit. It's the question in the first place. That's funnier than the punchline. Well done, Steve. Ah, yes, my bad. Hope you reach the doctors easily. I have stored it in a Tupperware box for later, Mustard. Ah, well, you. Yeah, I hope it doesn't escape. It should be airtight, but you know. Should be another one coming as well soon. I keep mine in a kiln jar, says the Greenwood. Talking about Kylie's kebab. Oh, well picked up on there, smashing Simons. Simon, you should do a film, a film stream as a live stream. Ah, interesting. I'm not going to divulge my future plans. Right, no, you like Steve's joke then. We're going to have more jokes in this live stream. More. Just preferably not ones that have been on here before. New jokes. The kind of jokes that I don't mind predicting what the outcome's going to be in a joke. I really don't mind if the question in the joke's actually funnier than the punchline as well, because then there's still something to laugh about, isn't there? I would click like, but then I'd have to click like all the other likes as well, to be fair. Well, you don't worry about being fair, Simon. Just click like on this one. This is the important one, isn't it? All the rest of the ones aren't like, are they? Aren't important. They're not important. No. Don't forget to poke the like button in the face. That's a rather good way of putting it, actually, Simone. Thank you. I couldn't find the like button. Found it now. Wow. Do you mean clockwise? Ah, yes, of course. Without that, clockwise. Clockwise. That'd be like a mastermind question for him, wouldn't it? If you want to do up a bolt, do you turn the bolt clockwise or anti-clockwise? No searching the internet. Hey, that would be really funny, actually. Imagine devising quizzes for people that you're going to assume are not going to get the answers to, but you basically work on that person's blind spot, and everybody has one, don't they? Everybody seems to have this area of knowledge that they just don't have. Even the best and most educated and most rounded people seem to have something they just don't get. Interesting quiz idea. It's mine. I'm going to do it. Did you see the pink MX-5 on Tasty Classics? It's red now too. I didn't, Simone. I didn't. No. I've not seen Tasty Classics, I don't think. I might have done a bit. Oh, TYS 1865 says, eat one of your fish. I'm running out of something interesting to say about that one, actually, because I'm not going to do, I don't think. Not unless one just floats to the top. If one floats to the top by the end of this live stream, yeah, I'll eat it. Although the only problem is, of course, that one that floats to the top has got something wrong with it, and that's why you shouldn't eat it. But I'd be fine. Smashing Piston says, I saw a pink Focus ST the other day. Looks gorgeous. Oh, so you'd like one then, would you, Simon? I had a turquoise smart car that I borrowed from work when they were newish, says Black Lines. Surprisingly good fun, actually. What, the colour or the car? Didn't Katie Price have a pink Aston Martin? Asks Hooked on Classics. Well, quite possibly. I think Katie Price would be a good example of if you don't really know what is good and what's classy, just do exactly the opposite of everything that she does, and it will be fine. So pink Aston Martins, pink normal car, yeah, fair enough. Pink Aston Martin, no. And all of the, should I go down this road? I'm already going down it, and I know I shouldn't do, but, oh no, those lip filler things. When you see ladies with those lip filler things, they just look so wrong. They look cheap. They just look awful. And I know that's not even an unpopular thing to say, but I think you could take a lady that is reasonably attractive and turn her looks properly the wrong way by doing exactly that. It's the equivalent of, there's me, normal face, yeah, bit smiley, bit okay, quite positive looking. But imagine if I exchange this face for this. And this is my normal face now. Yeah. Does anybody like it? No. Don't do it. There's a slight delay, and I can see that there. I think that's quite funny, actually. But would anybody disagree with? Would anybody care to disagree with what I've just said? Then today I went to Smashing Piston School and learned what a rivet is, says Ujunch. That's good news, isn't it? Till they go wrong, if Hubnuts has anything to go by. Right, yeah, Hubnut's very, very unlucky with cars, isn't he? Maybe it's, it's a Mark 7. A Mark 7 Celica. Oh, right, hang on, maybe that's the one I'm thinking of anyway. That's the last one, isn't it? Andrew Buttigieg is here and says a very good evening, Mustard and everyone. Good evening to you, Andrew Buttigieg. Mustard asks Puddycat, do you have any leftover masks from the COVID era? If yes, do you plan on using them as washcloths? No, I don't. Do you know what, though? Those, I'm going to sneeze. Those masks were comical, really, weren't they? And you still see people with them now. And I just really wondering what it is that they're expecting to achieve. It might be just so people just feel a bit safer wearing one. But I've seen a couple of people that still wear them like every day to go to the shop, not just in the shop, but the walk to the shop. And really, that really does take something special to believe that something useful is happening with that mask. The funniest one was that, and I'm sure we've all seen a couple of these funny stories. Not just the one person driving their own car with a mask on, but the funniest one I think I saw were these two people riding bikes in the countryside with masks on. And the worst thing about those, I found them in cars, and there's something just really weird and horrible and just gives you the shivers about picking up somebody's mask. If it was anything else, it would be fine. Even a bit of crusty tissue paper that you happen to find somewhere, that's not as bad. Who's with me? The pink Mark 1 Focus RS at Chiltern Hills looked very nice, says Peter P. We need to make a sticker for his phone, tablet. We need to make a for whose? Boaties? Is that Boaties by any chance? Look at physics. Look at how psychic we are. He remembers just as I type it. It does seem to happen like that, doesn't it? What was it on the Oz wheels? On the Oz wheels, greetings, Andrew Buttigieg. Let's do a song with this. Right? Greetings, Andrew Buttigieg, the Greenwood. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Simon. Hi, Trace. Hi, Simon. Hi, Simon. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Zamir. Mustard, I love you, says Dino. Dino. Do you really? Clackwise. Don't forget to like, says Jimmy Quinn. And so far we have 13 likes, which means I'm getting close to my lovely cold beer that is happening right now in the freezer of making things much colder. And here we go. Oh! Who got that one? Oh, gosh. You're getting too many of these, Greenwood. Way too many. You're going to need like a spare room in your house or flat just to keep all of these mustard farts in. It's going to be rather busy in there, and that could be terrible. Could be terrible. Imagine if you couldn't get out of the house because of all these jars of farts. What fast food restaurant do you like? Do you find the best for using the toilet? Asks Putty Cat. McDonald's, probably. That's the only one I've really been in that I would call a fast food restaurant. And the trouble is, and I'm probably going off on tangents tonight, I know I am. I don't think they should be able to use that word any longer because, for one thing, the word food is not entirely right. And fast, it's definitely not fast any longer, is it? If you go into a McDonald's restaurant, again, another word that you shouldn't. Well, a restaurant. A restaurant is somewhere where there's a chef, isn't there? There's somebody creating food, not just slapping them together and observing the bleeps that go on. If you go into McDonald's, it just sounds like you're in a bloody hospital. All these bleeps everywhere going on. It's a rather unpleasant place to be. But maybe it's because they just concentrate now just on the drive-through thing, because that's the culture that we have, isn't it? Oh, I can't even be bothered to get out of the car. Never mind, walk. Well, walk, yeah. And that's why I like McDonald's, the one local to me on Kingsway Business Park. There's other things in this car park. There's a Range, there's an Asda, there's a Costa Coffee. And so you come around this little bit of a bend, and there's a crossing there, a pedestrian crossing, there to make crossing that bit of the road a bit safer. And rather than going parking up, they park right outside, even on the crossing. And it's just that is what fast food culture does to people. Turns them into idiots. I've said it. Sorry about that for anyone who disagrees. What's yellow, hangs in a tree and is very dangerous? Asks Simon. A tin of exploding custard in a tree. I'm glad you put the in a tree bit on the end of there just to clarify what it is that you're actually talking about. Well done. Cancun, hello, do you remember me? Yes, I do, Cancun. Thank you for joining us again tonight. A mental image of that. I had a mental image of it as well. Udrich asks, "What's for dinner tonight, Captain? Sorry if I missed that part." Well, the reason is that I haven't decided, except I might do some egg fried rice because I just find that really, really, very, very appetizing and satisfying indeed. Oh, yes, I do. Yes. It's already halfway through the year. It is already halfway through the year. Well, it's not, is it? It'll be halfway through the year at the end of this month. If someone would like to do reviews of bogs, if only someone would like to do reviews of bogs. Now, what's finally True Mason Greenwood, says Dino. I never get his name right, her name right. Dino. And is Dino a copy of Dino Dad, or is it just somebody with a completely unrelated bit of motivation there? Puttycat says, Mustard, do you own any Matchbox cars or Hot Wheels? Well, yes, I do. I have a selection of American Hot Wheels, which I've been destroying for the fun of it. And I mean the fun of it. I had quite a few where I made a Christmas. I made a Hot Wheels car tree that stood about that tall, all bonded together and sprayed black to look like the most desolate Christmas ever. Then it snapped, which was really disappointing because I had that idea for years. I had that idea years back. So I've got those. And then I had a bunch of others as well. And I just decided that, well, I might actually just make videos of them being smashed up. And that's really going to upset some people. But I don't really care. I like doing things like that. I'm a Hot Wheels psychopath. Jimmy Quinn says, my mate has an old pink Cadillac. It's great driving about in it. I imagine it would be. I had a black VW before my Rover 75, says Simone. It had purple metallic alloys. What about the seats? Were they purple? Ahoy there, Captain. Hope you're having a good week, says Pingu Concord. And thank you, Pingu, for joining us tonight. It's been all right. It's been actually rather different because of daring to go off on another bit of a tangent here, but my neighbour, the one that plays the radio too loud, has been asking for my help. Because he's not been able to drive. He's had doctor's orders not to drive for 6 weeks. He's had an operation, but he still needs to go about his business. So he's been asking if I could drive for him a bit, and so I've done a little bit here and there, and I'm going to do a bit more tomorrow. That means that kind of gets in the way of my filming. It also gets in the way of me earning some money as well, because he didn't give me any money for it. He just said, "Oh, do you mind doing this?" And so I said, "Yeah, all right." And then that's been it. He said, "Oh, I'll pay you a bit for it," and then he didn't. Maybe he will tomorrow. He's going to have to do tomorrow because otherwise I won't be doing it again, will I? No. Tomorrow's going to be a bit of a strange one because I'm going to be doing that in the morning for him, and then in the afternoon, Mr. Berry's popping down. Getting a hair in my face that's just, that doesn't belong on my face, belongs on my head, but it's not there. Hey, mistress, how are we doing today? Asks Pingu Concord to the Greenwood. Andrew Buttigieg can't wait for Emma to do a mustard with lip filler. Aston Martin have the worst selection of colours. Drab, boring, unimaginative. Well, yeah, I suppose they do, don't they, really? They'll be grey or silver or black. But they have green as well, don't they? Not British racing green, it's kind of more of a slightly grey green. I like that. I like that. The thing is, some cars just don't suit those kind of colours. Hi, Pingu. Steve Perry says, a pink 1959 Cadillac. I could probably get past the colour. Well, yeah. The thing is, I suppose with something like that, it's already going to be turning heads, isn't it? Because of how big the thing is. But a really, really big car is going to look exceedingly obnoxious in pink. But I'd like it. She had a pink Range Rover thing. It was a cars and wrap vinyl. Hi, Greenwood bro. Oh, that one again. You're looking fresh, my boy, like a cool wrestler. I am a wrestler. That's why I am a champion wrestler. Not many people know that about me. You ever think, well, there's a man. He's obviously put a bit of weight on. No, it's because I'm a sumo wrestler. My life is all about sumo. Without sumo, I'd be bored. But instead, no, sumo. I wake up sumo. I eat sumo. I dream sumo. Sumo is everything to me. Sumo, Captain Sumo. Captain Sumo is here. Captain Sumo. Thank you. I find that the earlier someone has cosmetic fillers and Botox, etc., says the Greenwood, the older they look. My daughter's friend started hers in her late 20s and makes her look like a 50-year-old, now trying to look 40. Oh, yeah, that's it. Well, because, I suppose, you're going to associate it. As long as you can see that somebody's done something to their face that someone's had to do to their face, then in the back of your mind straight away, they're trying to look younger, aren't they? That's what you think, even though they're already young enough. And the usual thing was Botox to get rid of wrinkles, wasn't it? But if you haven't got wrinkles, then you have nothing to get rid of. So any kind of cosmetic surgery is just going to make you look older. Good point. Good point indeed. Well done. Thank you. Thank you, that Greenwood. Thank you very much. Can you show us your mug collection, Master Mustard Silvoy Ply? Nope, I don't have a mug collection. There are some mugs in the cupboard up there, but they're not a collection. They're just ones that haven't been thrown away. Well, thank you, Pingu. Could be better, Pingu. Salutations, Don Simon. Sometimes I cover my face when I feel ill, so I don't get others sick. Well, that's a reason. That's a reason, isn't it? I still use masks on buses. People hate having the window open. Oh, what do they? Why would they hate having the window open? I'm afraid I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to transport. I really hate the idea of going in a bus. I don't mind trains too much. They're just a bit more open. But then again, these trains that are packed out with people, or the tube. Oh gosh, right. Do you know the tubes in London? Aren't they the most polluted place in the UK? The worst place to be for toxic fumes. And it's because of trains, because of public transport, which everybody's encouraged to do. I still use a mask, especially since my mum's been in hospital, says Andrew Buttigieg. But you wouldn't wear one to go for a walk, though, would you? That's what I mean. I'm sure your farts could be stored in the hallway cupboard with my parents. Oh, well, see, you can't even keep them at home with you. That's dreadful, isn't it? The mask area was great. I didn't say face ujuj for months. The only thing I liked about the COVID times was when they had a queue outside the shop. They had a queue and they had a one-way system. Tesco were particularly good with this. You go to Tesco and you couldn't just go straight in. It was kind of one in, one out. There were more than one in at a time, but they kept people away from each other. And I thought it was great. I enjoyed that. And the one-way system, I enjoyed that. It just seemed to make sense. Why do you want to be crossing people anyway? Or at least in the supermarket, in the aisleway, if you did the thing where you just keep to the left like you do on the road, then that would be handy. And why aren't pedestrians? Why don't pedestrians have brake lights? Because they do my head in. Or people in the supermarket with the trolleys and they just suddenly stop. That just annoys me. Jimmy Quinn sent a photo. Anyway, yeah, but even when they had the one-way system in Tesco, people weren't following it. It's like they couldn't, that's too much of a difficult instruction. I need to do, right, I put my glasses on and take them actually off rather than flipping them up and down like a welding mask. It's large gin and tonic time, says Jimmy Quinn. Oh. Salutiti, bye-bye, brave Simon. Simon, oh. Oh, right, I see. Judge and Simon are people who know each other. And I didn't know that. Well, that's interesting to know. Simon, have you made a will? Oh, God, here we go again. One's coming again. No, it's not ready. I stopped at the services on the M11, I think it was, coming back from visiting Emma, funnily enough, and my grandsons wanted KFC. Fast food, it was about 30 minutes wait. Despicable, isn't it? You should complain. You win for now. You win for now. I cheated, bought egg fried rice in a packet. Yeah. There are some things that... I'm going on again, aren't I? I'm going to go on. I'm going to go on about why do people do this and stuff, but I'm sorry. Rice in a packet. It's not difficult to make rice. It's easy. The best thing about rice is that you store it in the cupboard, and then when you cook it, it can go in the fridge. If you don't eat it all, you can keep it in the fridge for about a week. It's really practical stuff, is rice. Really easy. Yorkshire puddings. I never understand why anybody buys Yorkshire puddings rather than makes them, because they're actually really easy. You know, it's just 3 ingredients of a bit of salt and pepper as well, and you're much nicer Yorkshire puddings that you make yourself. Mash, there's another one. I've seen these trays of mash in the shops. I think it's just a potato that you cooked and then squashed. Why not just do that? Potatoes, more practical. And you know, if you thought, I'm going to fancy some mash tonight, really fancy mash, and then it comes to mash time, you think, I want chips. It's too late, isn't it? Because you bought mash that something, a machine that's turned into mash. It's not going to be good quality. It's going to be rubbish. Even when it says, it's the best, Sainsbury's the best, or Tesco's the ultimate, or whatever it is they call it, it's not really going to be. It's not really. Yeah. Onions. And there's another one. Gosh, bags of chopped onions. Oh, an onion's so easy. An onion, it comes in its own skin. You take the skin off and you can chop it down to the correct amount of dicing that you want. So you could have it smaller, you could have it bigger. And, so I believe, now I don't know whether this is true or not, but something I've heard somewhere, but when an onion's cut, it takes on toxic stuff around it. How that happens, I'm not really sure. But it's something I heard once, and then it's like you shouldn't really have chopped up onions unless they're cooked. Right. Okay, let's carry on. Just as well I'm not doing any cooking, isn't it, so far? Because I'm just not getting around to it. Dino Dad copied me. Plagiaristic delinquent. Ooh, gosh, I don't think so. Oh, Dino Dad. I made chicken and halloumi kebabs tonight. Yummy, says Pistons. They get the order wrong. And they got the order wrong. Your logo, Bullet Maria. Captain, are you planning on rebuilding your Sentinel? Oh, that is a good question. Yes, I am. And that's why that particular thing didn't get scrapped. And that does weigh quite a bit. In fact, it weighs too much to actually pick up. So that gives you an idea. That could have brought me some pennies, couldn't it? It could have done. I was a bit disappointed by some of the pennies received the last time. And I weighed in Nigel's boot lid as well. The old gold boot lid, the original boot lid off the car. It's not as heavy as it looks. So, at 12 pence a kilo, it's not a lot of money, is it? It's just when you fill a trailer up with things, then it starts to mount up. Oh yes, Simon. I have a Matchbox cargo robot since 1986. Bullet Bill, not Bullet Bob. Okay, well, looks like others are disappointed with KFC. I made a bakewell tart for dessert, says Ujuj, from scratch. I, I scratched the cardboard base off the tart before putting it in the oven. Barry Scrotter is here. Good evening. Fancy seeing you here. Imagine that. What an amazing thing that would be. I still have my Matchbox cars from the 70s somewhere, says Andrew Buttigieg. All the things, all the Simons need fixing. All the Simons need fixing. Oh, I love bakewell tarts. Hi, Barry. Scrotter, you're fixing like dogs. Tell him it's £15 per hour, says Jimmy Quinn. Yeah, well then, yeah, I'd like to do really. Then the trouble is, he probably doesn't make that himself. Hello, more like rabbits. More like rabbits, Don Simon. I hate that. The random stray hair. Imagine how I feel then. Good evening, all, says Bad Books. Good evening to you, Bad Books. And hello, Barry, how are you doing? Hello, hi, Andrew. Misgendered me, bro, mate, mister. Always makes me laugh, says the Greenwood. What would people's wrestling name be? I'd be the Phantom Jammer, says Smashing Pistons. Wrestling name. Well, you know what mine is, don't you? Captain Sumo. Right, are we back? Is the sound back? I think it must be because, yeah, it will be. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, the battery's just run out on that microphone. That's really it. And there's no, well, actually you can see now. You can see a blue light, can't you? So as long as I can see a blue light on me there, then I know it's working. It just looks a bit strange, doesn't it? My driving licence got cut in half today. Why is that, someone? Would be lovely, although please be aware I'm a Morrison's Bakewell tart. Oh. Botox. How does a mammal dragging a boat make you look younger? Thank you, Simon. That's the best joke so far. What where are you going?
Go to the freezer.
The freezer, yeah? You want to go to the freezer if you want to? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely sure. Hi, Pingu. Not a bad mate. Easy afternoon in the good weather in my garden. And now I'm at work as usual. Still only one more night to do. I've sent you a picture, says Jimmy Quinn. I know you have, but I can't see it until afterwards. Is it up? What's it going to be? Is it your gin and tonic? Gin and tonic, not gin on tonic. By accident, Simone. Boat ox. No, Peter, it was on Poipus. Puddycart, this is a joke, I guess. Let's go for it. How excellent. What did Cinderella do when she got to the ball? Eh? What did Cinderella do when she got to the ball? She choked. What am I missing now? I'm missing. Maybe I'm reading it out wrong or something. I don't know. Sorry about that. How are things, Pingo? No, I've been fighting back the plague or the rat that decided to descend in my garden again. Barry Scrotter. Hello to all the people who just joined. I'm not rude, just slow, says the judge. A bit like me then, I guess. Puddycart, not a sword swallower then. I'm still missing something there, I'm afraid. KFC Kids Fattening Centre. Shouldn't be too bad though, really, should it? Because it's chicken. Chicken's not fattening. It's the stuff they put on the outside, isn't it? That makes it that way, I guess. Or the beans. Pingu's had a very busy week. Sorting out some disgusting mess by the tenants at my dad's house. Ugh. 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 Right. Ugh. Now, it must be awful for people who rent out houses And most of the time, people who rent privately just do horrible things in there. Right? Yeah, good. Judge is my other half, says. Ah, right. I see. Well, that's interesting indeed. Yes. Very good. Thank you very much for telling me that. Judge and Simon. Simon and Judge, Judge and Simon, Judge. Judge is Julie then. Or should I not say that? I don't know. I thought you knew this. I thought you knew. I thought I knew me all this time. No, I didn't. I had no idea. No idea at all. Sorry. Well, Judge. Pingu, tenants are a nightmare. Tenants super strength. We've had a bloody grow. We've had bloody grow houses on street. Yeah. Deepest condolences, a judge says. Black lies. How lovely. Packet rice takes 2 minutes, says Smashing Pistons. I'd rather have the packet rice because I don't eat it all that often and I would not want to spend time making it. And that's going to be exactly the same reason why it happens like that. That's why people buy it. Because it's convenient. Convenience food. I suppose the thing is, if I was to do more of the mustard in the kitchen thing, it wouldn't really work by just having convenience food, would it? You have to be seen to be making something. And when I'm saying I think it's easier just to make it than to go and buy it, it's that. When you do your shopping, if you make sure you've got yourself plenty of convenience things, then when you can't be bothered to cook something, then fair enough. But I just enjoy cooking. Oh, and not only do I enjoy cooking, but I've been really looking forward to it as well. The Chinese type stuff, I just really just want to be making it all the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So when I've finished eating and I'm full up, it's a bit of a disappointment because I want to be making some more. That doesn't sound pleasant at all. It's not though, is it? Your better half, yeah. Mustard, my mum can't mash spuds anymore. Her strength in the hands is not there. How much strength do you really need though if they're cooked properly? I mean, I think the way I like them is that they're only just cooked. And then it could be also down to the masher thing as well. Because we used to have one. Why we had this one? We had a metal handle and a plastic masher. It's just no good at all. Whereas the one I've got now has got a proper metal masher thing. And it's actually really easy to squash a bit of potato with it, as long as they're cooked properly. Hooked on Classics, Julie's grandparents had a great machine for that. I don't know if it was just a French thing. Do the French eat a lot of mash? I had a phase of eating packet mash with mackerel tipped at work, microwaved, obviously. Mackerel, not had mackerel for a while. I do like mackerel. Mackerel out of a tin, just great. Or mackerel in a packet. The pre-cut, pre-mashed, pre-prepared foods are great for people who just can't chop, disabled, elderly, or people who don't have the facilities, living accommodation, etc. And I can understand that, but it's younger people I see doing it. That's why it gets me curious, I think. Then I'm just not very sympathetic. I think that's the trouble. If I see somebody not doing something, I just think, well, why can't you do it? Well, just have a go. Have a go of doing it. And when it comes to young people have got the opportunity to do things if they really want to do, haven't they? They don't really have the excuse. And it's it does happen with everything, doesn't it? Why do you think food deliveries, the Tesco vans, the Morrison vans and stuff like this, I think if you're an old person that struggles to get out of the house and stuff like that, then yeah, fair enough. Or if you have the kind of job where you just don't get the time to do it, fair enough. But if, like I've seen so often, somebody doesn't really leave the house because they're too busy gaming, then I find it a bit odd. I do find myself thinking, you need to get out of the house and get some vitamin D on your body. Phase. You should mount Simon Sentinel. You should mount Simon Sentinel, not smashing. And one of your small trailers for easy moving around the yard. Yes, I should, shouldn't I? Loving the pride pick, smashing pistons. Check your glasses hinge, Mustard, that they don't stray. The tickly hair is often stuck in the hinge. Ah, right. Okay, that's a good point. But no, there isn't. No, it's actually just there. I had to wash my hair tonight. I washed it yesterday as well. I try not to do it very often, but I had to do it today because I got a bit grubby. I got grubby today at work, and I don't really want to be grubby for later on. So, I don't want to be doing a live stream covered in oil. I don't want to sit down in the kitchen. I don't want to be in the kitchen with grubby hands or grubby, oily hair. And because my hair was washed again, I say washed again, almost like somebody else did it for me, it does make it go a bit fluffy. A bit too fluffy. Tell him free electric. Good idea. Sound has gone. Sound, matron, sound. What was people's CB names? Yes, sound. Can anybody lip read? Sound. Dead Mike, I suspect. Is Mustard miming again? No. Right. There we go. There you go, ladies. Yay. Mustard. Hello, everyone. Hello, Charlotte C. See, that could have been awful, couldn't it? Imagine that. If I'm just not reading the comments out because they're basically 5 minutes behind. I'm 5 minutes behind the comments, and wondering why everyone's gone and having no clue. Messaging's a good thing. Thank you. Yes, Mustard. Oh gosh. Yeah, perhaps I should have stepped out of the way of the camera to do that. No, perhaps I should just do it again. Perhaps I just say it don't matter. It's just what I've got, and nobody can disagree with it. There's no reason to disagree with it too much, is there? Oh, Judge. Read the sound, as you would say in Swedish, to express complaint or resentment. Like a misplaced Iron Man reactor. Yes, and was ever so slightly broken by that. And now I wonder how funny Simon found that himself. It is great, actually, when you just happen to properly be tickled by something, isn't it? And you can't stop yourself. Car. Oh, it's the car, Jimmy. The Jimmy Carr. The mighty Jimmy Carquin. Carquin. The mighty Jimmy Lisa Tarbuck. Is there any mini milks in the freezer? Mini milk news. No, there's not. Evening all, it says Emma Lemon. I've just woke up, had a horrible dream, so I'm relieved it wasn't real. Well, it was a real dream, though, wasn't it? Now I'm looking at Mustard with bleary eyes. Heard that Cinderella joke before. Oh yeah, the one I still haven't got. I'll have to go back to that. Mustard thinks Cinderella and have a man's. Oh, right. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's terrible. That's terrible, bruv. What do you call a nut on a chest? A chestnut. Well done, Simone. What do you call a nut on a wall? A walnut? Yes, a walnut. What do you call a nut on your chin? Very good, Simone. Very good. Explanation. What did Cinderella do when she got to the ball? Testicle. She choked. I didn't know that that's what Cinderella did, though. I thought she was, much more wholesome than that. Hello, Emma, or hi, Emma. Not another one of those dreams involving a rather large chap. Also, you missed the new mustard facial expression and voice. Oh, that's not worthwhile bringing back up, is it? Surely not. Renting property out is a nightmare, says Jimmy Quinn. Yes. Ayo Bro says Kane West. The real Kane West. I believe that the Kane West man is famous, and a close look at that picture there. I can't get too close. That's what he looks like. The real Kane West is here. People have been talking about you. Yeah, they have. I can't remember what it was about because I wasn't that interested. But welcome to the live stream, and join in. Oh, yes, Paul says Ujuj. You can call me Julie or Frenchie or Oe, or however you want. Well, okay. I'll think of a new name for you. How about that? Barry Squatter says, hi Emma, I've just acquired the Scampi fries today. Acquired them? Have you been sending them out to everyone? Is that what's been going on? Andrew, I'm always disappointed to wake up from those dreams. And I will have to watch back the new mustard expression. Only an idiot. Only an idiot would do videos of convenience foods like cup of soups. No. Now, if we're talking cup of soup plural, that is also going to be, as David Mitchell pointed out in the sitcom Back, that will be cups of soup, wouldn't it? Involves lip fillers. Not wrong with the cup of soups. Hello. Also, this evening I have tried bell ringing at my local church for the D-Day Remembrance Day. Cool. That is rather excellent. Actually, I'd love to have got that. Actually, bell ringing sounds proper wholesome and jolly good. It was moving. Yeah. I had a problem whilst watching D-Day veterans talking about their experience. My eyes were unable to hold back the liquid, says Andrew Buttigieg. Much trumping tonight, asks Emma. Oh, just 2 so far. It's been rather disappointing. I mean, I'd like to have a proper trumpathon. That would be really good, wouldn't it? You imagine that. Who's had the trumps as well? It was Black Lions and Greenwood again. Hopefully, I'll time one just right so you can have one. Yeah? Would you like that? Would you? Don't lie. I know you want one. Wonderful horseshoe. Hi, Mustard. Hope you're having a good day. That's fine. Thank you, wonderful horseshoe. Have a lovely evening, folks. Take care. And that looks like Simon of Smashing Pistons is doing a go. And that's a shame. Well, I miss you, Simon. You've been such good fun tonight. Was lovely fun ringing massive church bell in a tiny village. Ducks on fire. It would be, wouldn't it? Because you know that bell that you're ringing can be heard through the whole village. The whole village can hear your bell ringing. But let's not count the burps, eh? Night, Simon. Hello, yes, Simone. Bon night, Gunton Simone. Jimmy Quinn asks, Emma, were you dreaming about that boaty would be a nightmare? Yeah. Oh, gosh, that's so suggestive. I enjoy those dreams. How many times have you been sick there, Jimmy Quinn? Far too many. Emma, were you strapped to boaty and towed around in the trailer? That'd be a rather interesting one, wouldn't it? Night to night, lovely. Oh, Udridge is going as well. That's Julie going as well. Good night, Julie Udridge. Julie. Stephen S. Paul is here. Hello, Mustard and friends and other individuals in the immediate area. Well, thank you very much. Boaty's new sheets look nice. He has put them flowery wallpaper up in the bed head. Yeah. What a wonderful fancy. Night, Judge. Is Stephen. Night, Judge and Simon. Night, Judge. Lots of nights for Judge and Simon. Judge and Simon. Beware, Miss Lemon. Count Bocula. Only he has eyes for mustard's meat. That's a jolly good one. Count Bocula. And it is actually, because you can see him as a vampire, can't you? Yeah, if he was dressed up as Dracula, it would suit him. It really would suit him. I'm off. I'm not smelly. I just feel sleepy. Thank you for joining us, Simone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm doing well to catch up with these comments now, aren't I? That's great. Once Mustard has built up enough farts, a compilation video would go viral, I reckon. I don't reckon it would. Because for something to go viral, lots of people have to be interested in it. And I think the only people that are interested in my farts are the people in this live stream right now. But try it anyway. Just try it, yes. Won't take long. Oh no, it won't take long, no. Mustard, have you ever owned a waterbed? Asks Puttycat. No, I haven't. I did have to sleep on an airbed for a little while when we, in between moving houses and stuff like that. That wasn't very comfortable at all. It kept going down in the night. Emma, do it. Botula sound of botulism. Is that how you spell botulism? Phil McCavity. Can I book a family ticket for the trailer rides? And are you dog friendly? That was his idea, wasn't it? Bolty's idea. Oh, we could have all sorts of people in the back of this. And do you know what? Really oddly, I was messaging my friend Johnny Two Scoops last night, and he said, "When I come down, can I have a go in the trailer?" Oh, that's a vampire without teeth, a vegetarian vampire. He only comes out at night, especially if Ripley's capers. I have clipped the farts, so there will be many on the way. Won't go viral, but will amuse some of us. What do boobs and toys have in common? Asks Putty Cat. They both originally made for kids, but daddies end up playing with them. I think I've heard that one before. Heavy, dirty soul. Why aquariums always make you feel relaxed? It's because we've been 8 months in a room of water. Could be. Speaking of botulism, actually. Right. Botulism in Botox, and we come full circle. Very, very good point, actually. Yeah, very, very good point indeed. I'll come to that one in a second, but I noticed the car called Charles, but that was rather dirty inside. And I do have a steam cleaner. It looks like a kettle about that big, but with a cord that's about 5 meters long. And you just put the water in, wait for it to really get hot, and then just press the trigger, and you can steam clean things. It's great. It really does quite a nice job. But in that interior, and in another interior I was doing a bit of as well, it smelled like rice whilst doing it. Or dog's feet. And I thought, that's botulism. Is the botulism alive in the seats of cars? That's an interesting thought, isn't it? Oh. The latest theme park in Greater Manchester area, P&HQ. Fun for all the family, says Andrew Buttigeek. Not all of the family. Just most of it. There are going to be some people who would look at that, look at the thing of just pulling around a man in a trailer like that. It's just not the slightest bit funny, but just simply irresponsible. Irresponsible. Anything could have happened. Well. Oh, Count Duckula. I haven't seen that in years. Yes, well, Halloween won't be long. Maybe Boaty could dress up as a vampire in one of the lives, says Barry Scrotter. That's a good idea. I think we should... Yeah, he could do it dressing up as that priest first, though, couldn't he? Yeah, that idea of him reading out confessions and things would be really rather good. I woke with a desperate urge to poo, says Emma Lemon, but I can't be bothered going downstairs for a trip to Browntown. It looks like a putty cat joke. Kid 1. Hey, I bet you're still a virgin. Kid 2. Yeah, I was a virgin until last night. 1. As if. 2. Yeah, just ask your sister. I don't have a sister. You will live in about 9 months. Are there any height restrictions on the rides at P&HQ? Not outside. Not outside, no, because there are no more height restrictions there than there are anywhere else. Mustard, are you afraid of the dark? No. Why would I be afraid of the dark? What's scary about the dark? What's scary? Nothing. It's what's going on in the dark. That's what's scary. You're the kind of person that likes to go into subways at night time. Do you like to wander around the back streets? Yeah, because that's where the dodgy happenings go on. It's not the dark. It's what people do in the dark. Dark isn't scary, is it? It's important to drop anchor in Pooh Bay every day. Haven't you got a toilet upstairs, Emma? Asks Jimmy Quinn. I guess that's no. My toilet's upstairs. 50 flights of stairs. Tricky chap stairs. Chamber pot. Oh. Mustard, do you wear a helmet when you ride a bicycle? Not very often, to be honest. I know I should do, but I don't really like riding on the roads, to be honest. And I think that's the one opportunity where I'm going to end up falling off would be on the roads. I just don't really like the way people drive, not look where they're going. You see that far too often. And you can spot it from quite a way off as well. You can see people coming the other way. They've got their eyes down. That's it. You know they're not paying any attention. So they're going to be really quite happy and willing to just knock people off their bikes, and I think that's unfair. And not only that, the space you're supposed to give, 1.5 meters for passing cyclists. Not many people do that. I think they just think, well, they're just an inconvenience and they shouldn't be on the roads in the first place. And they don't pay tax and they don't pay insurance, and I do, and so don't be on the road. But they don't actually cause any harm, though, do they? Bikes, they don't cause any damage to the road anywhere. But yeah, if I'm just riding somewhere that isn't on the road, I certainly don't really want to wear a helmet, even though I should. Chamber pot of secrets. No Jimmy Classics Norwich Terrace, where you have to travel half a mile downstairs through various rooms to the throne. I would shit myself trying to get up your stairs. Mustard, in the US, we have a term called hillbillies. What is the equivalent in England? That's a jolly good question, actually. Well, I'm not sure that there really is one particularly, because England's a very, very different place altogether. We don't really have any great expanses of land where nothing's going on. I mean, you can go a few miles without seeing anything, but not like 50 or 100 miles. Until you go into Scotland, you're kind of a bit there. But yeah, when people end up being isolated like that, they do have their own strange little habits and things, don't they? Like scratching my knee. Do we have an equivalent term, do you reckon? And does anybody else know? Do we have an equivalent term for hillbillies in the UK? Jimmy. Think of how much you've earned work having a good shite. I don't. Mustard, have you ever had the pleasure of milking a cow and then drinking the milk? No, I haven't. I've never done that. And I know I'm missing out on something really rather jolly good. Hello, Heidi Alice Clark. Hey, hello. There is so much Boaty has to do. I never saw him grow tash either. I've got 2 toilets downstairs and 1 toilet upstairs. I'm playing it safe. Are yokels your hillbillies? Australia. No, Great Britain. Hello, Heidi. Country bumpkins. Yeah, I suppose you could. That just kind of covers farmers, doesn't it, really? Oh, right, hang on 1 second. Oh. What's wrong? Country bumpkins. Hello, country bumpkins. How are you doing? Hello, farmers. Hello, farmers. Chavs are the equivalent of trailer trash. Also scallies. Carrot crunchers. Yeah. Just a toilet in every room. Mustard went to lay down the law. Well, I didn't really. They're just asking something a bit unreasonable, really. Could have got it themselves. They really could have done. For some reason, my voice is starting to go a bit tonight. So I'm going to. How long has this been going on now? Oh, only an hour and 35 minutes. It feels like a lot longer. But I'm going to have to finish by 10:30 anyway, whatever the case. I'm looking for people from Australia because I would like to move to Australia, says Hello Heidi. Mustard, what was the issue upstairs? Well, they dropped something off the bunk bed. They're both up on the top bunk, just chatting and playing and stuff. But rather than just climbing down, I think they've kind of scared themselves with some monster stories and stuff like that, and they didn't get off the bed. Have AI read to them. Where is Dr. Michael Mosley? Where is it? What happened to Kane West as well? Andrew Buttigieg. Oh, right. What has happened to Michael Mosley? Have you had much interest in the Rover 111? Asks Pingu. No. No, I've not heard. All I've seen. Right. I'm going to have to go and tell them off, aren't I? Right. Sorry about this. Stop it! Where's that gone? I had to actually go and tell them off. They shouldn't be awake at this time anyway, really. Yeah, no, I've had no interest in it so far. Just some people looking at it as they walk by. That's not enough, is it? He disappeared, didn't take a phone with him. Then Michael Mosley. Mustard, have you ever drank shitty American beer? Well, like Budweiser? Yeah. Ah, right, I see. Mosley's in Greece on holiday, went for a walk, leaving his phone behind and disappeared. That is a bit uncomfortable. I like Michael Mosley as well. You are very nice, says Hello Heidi. I wish your dreams come true. And you know that you have a nice aquarium. Thank you very much. Worst thing to do is go on a hike without a portable telephone device. Oh yeah, gaff tape. Good idea, Jimmy Quinn. Good idea indeed. Well, we used to be able to go for walks without taking mobile phones with us, didn't we? But I suppose now there's no need to, is there? There's no need to not take one with you. Thanks, Puttycat. Have you considered sending them to boarding school? Yes. Yes, there's a boarding school not too far away from here, actually. So maybe a boarding school would be a good idea. I don't think there's been anything public about him having any personal issues at all. But you don't really know, do you? You don't know everything about um, people, even people you know. Never mind people you've just seen on the television or the radio. I like at this point when I've actually caught up with comments though. The mayor said he's believed to be likely that Mr. Mosley either followed another path or has fallen into the sea. Wow. Gosh, really is bad then. Mustard, are you concerned that robots will wipe out humans someday? Not really, no. I mean, I believe that to be honest, I'm getting a bit bored of the AI stuff everywhere because now that, in a way, AI is already taken over, but not actually taken over. But it's taken over because any picture, any video, or anything like that, you don't know if it's real or not now. But I mean, there's some stuff that is clearly not real, but some of the really clever stuff is difficult to tell. And I prefer knowing that things are real. Mustard, do I ask too many questions? No, Puttycat. No, you're fine asking questions. It's fine. Fill the cavity. Try a run box on the Freelander. A run box on the Freelander or the other diesels. They're very, very impressive. I don't know what a run box is actually. My grandchildren are the same, and that's why I don't have sleepovers. Oh, hang on. You might say Jimmy Quinn. Oh, there we go, Jimmy. Is that the first one that you've actually had for yourself? Oh, yes. Well done, Jimmy Quinn. Let's have a round of applause for Jimmy Quinn and his special bucket of methane. Thank you. Back on the bouncy head. I'm going to stop in a couple of minutes when I get to 10:30, by the way. Right, I thought I was going to say that actually. Diesel tuning box plug-in. Right, I've heard some less than good things about them actually. Yeah, I have. I've heard that they can actually confuse the ECU after a while, and then they end up becoming less economical and with less performance than what they were as standard. Good point on AI. I mean, how do you... How is Toby Charles doing, asks Pingu Concord. I don't know. All I know is that the chap that's taken him has clearly got the money to make him as good as he should be. But he has said that he will bring him back round when it's finished. Well, that'd be lovely, won't it? Be really nice to imagine seeing it back as a lovely car. It was quite a nice car anyway. It was quite nice, but not properly nice, I will say. Ooh. I've got 2 bedrooms, but fill them up with... Am I collectible? Fill them up with... Well done, Jimmy, and the first fart award. Emma says, I'm sick of AI for the moment for the same reason. You don't know if it's true anymore, just don't believe anything anymore. However, I can confirm that I really do look like my pics, which is disappointing. Yeah. After that fart, should you check your drawers? Well, what, look for monsters in there. Congratulations, Jimmy, on receiving Mustard's methane nugget, says Andrew Buttigieg. And I've said that too. And you can see just how happy Jimmy is about this. Really, really very happy indeed. It took about 3 seconds off the 0 to 60 in my Freelander and still runs fine. I quite like to do some sort of research into this and see what some other people have said about it. But 3 seconds, I mean, the Freelander's not a fast car in the first place, is it? Roughly 0 to 60 times, probably got to be about 15 seconds, isn't it? Something like that. Unless it's the Defender 2. Not Defender, so Freelander 2, which are much, much more powerful than the old TD4s. But that would be exceedingly significant an improvement. You don't appreciate that gift then, Jimmy Quinn. He needs to check his drawers for skiddies. That's why he's ending the live now. More skid marks than the starting. More skid marks than more skid marks than the starting line at Brands Hatch. Skiddies, follow through. No. I'm perfectly comfortable doing ripping farts. Oh, yes, I am. Okay, right. I think we're about there. Oh, right. So anyway, thank you very much. I didn't even get around to making any food, which is not like me at all. I'd rather have a Rover 45 door. Okay. Right. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining me tonight. So thank you for all of your comments. Thank you for your jokes. Special big thank you to Smashing Pistons for actually properly making me laugh. And a big thank you to the Greenwood as well for the moderation, which doesn't look like it was much needed tonight as well, actually. There we go. That's it. I'll see you in the next one, which will be quite soon. Bye-bye now.